Rasi Semula. I'll be chairing the session for today, but you can still call me Rasi. It's still okay. You know, it's always nice to be called Rasi just after the performance of the Springbok against Italy. You know, they did so well, and you know, it is this time of the year that we are also happy because it's towards the end of the year, and I believe that the team morale is very high, unless if you were the one holding the cash for society that must be shared in December, and somehow the number are not numbering. So I want to believe that every single person in attendance today will enjoy this session, and just make it a point that you engage the speakers. You also use our chatbot to send your messages. The Q&A session will be there. The program is displayed on the screen, and Mr. Khadebe will then assist in terms of getting all the questions. And if you are not going to be here until the end of the session, please make a point that you do send your question in the Q&A chat. So we are going straight to agenda item number 1, the opening and welcome. Mr. Mzwandile Khadebe will do the opening. Mr. Khadebe.
Yes, Chairperson, can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, future and smart librarians. Good morning, creative librarians. Good morning to management that is with us, our lecturers, our students, and our unemployed graduates. I would like to take this opportunity to really welcome you to this session. And I trust that this is going to be the best session that you'll be attending today. And I trust with the guests that were invited to come and deliver the best practices and the innovative approach in libraries they will share with us, and we're going to learn a thing or two. And I would like to also indicate that feel free when it comes to the program item to ask any questions and maybe deliberate on other aspects. But also, I would also like to welcome our presenters. As the Free State Public as the Free State Public team, what we do, we try and harvest and bring best practices, done by librarians, and those practices are implementable. And I would like to share that our speakers, as you see them as displayed, all of them, they have won an award at the 2025 LIASA conference. And you will hear from the introduction of the speakers. I don't want to dwell much more, but I want to say we are bringing the best of the best. And I do trust amongst us, there is best of the best of you that we would like to host in one of the good session. We invite you if you feel that you have what it takes as the best practice that you are doing and you're getting the results. The most important things, colleagues, is that we need to decolonize knowledge. We need to learn from each other as public librarians and as librarians across the sector. We need to share the knowledge. Gone are the days where librarians will only focus on their own institution and their own work and space. This is a platform that we are creating for all librarians to share expertise, experiences, knowledge, and information so that we can all thrive. I trust that we're going to learn a lot from this session. We also have other sessions that are coming in the near future, and please be lookout for LIASA email distribution. And I would like to wish you the best for this session and with our presenters. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hadebe, for such a warm welcome and the opening of the session. And I want to believe that the colleagues that are in attendance now, they know why they are here. It is about the best practices. Now, without any waste of time, I want to move straight to agenda item number 2, the introduction of the guest speakers. Mr. Vumani Gamede.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'm not sure if I'm audible. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. My name is Vumani Kamete from Cornelia Public Library, and good morning, colleagues. Today, I was tasked with doing the introduction of our guest speakers that comes from all different parts of our province. And the most interesting part is that they are all award winners. Colleagues, what I'm going to do is I will introduce each speaker as she or he comes in to do their presentation individually. Without wasting any time, colleagues, allow me to introduce our first speaker of the day, Mr. Lonwabo Heleni. Lonwabo Heleni is the Chief Librarian in Sundays River Valley Municipality. He holds a bachelor's in library information science, as well as the postgraduate diploma in archives and records management. He has over 10 years of experience in a public library. Colleagues, let's welcome Lonwabo Heleni. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vumani. Thanks a lot. Lonwabo?
Greetings, colleagues. Thank you very much. I am here.
Thank you. The floor is yours.
Probably, I think the speaker has to introduce Ms. Sibeu because we are doing one presentation.
It's not a problem. I think let's take it back to Mr. Gamede. Just also introduce the co-presenter there.
Thank you, Chair. As instructed, I will also be introducing the co-presenter, Mr. Miss Alicia Sibeune.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, that's correct.
Okay. Anezwa Alicia Sibeu is a librarian in Cape Woods Public Library, serving as a LIASA provincial coordinator in the Eastern Cape under the public and community libraries. She holds a bachelor's in library information science and honors in library information science, both obtained at the University of Fort Hare. She's currently pursuing her master's at University of Western Cape. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gamede. Speaker is Alicia as well as Lonwabo. You can continue the presentation.
Hello, Mr. Rasi. Am I audible?
Yes, Alicia, you are loud and clear. Thank you. I think it's just a slide is taking note of it. And if maybe you can try, if you are in the office, you can just take it off. It's just a slide, taking sound of the text. Alicia?
Hello, Mr. Rasi.
Yeah.
If you can stop sharing so that I can share on my side.
You can share, I will confirm once something is loading. Yeah.
Chairperson, can the speaker unmute herself? We can't hear the speaker.
All right, Mr. Hadebe, I thought she was still trying to upload. I'm looking at
Oh,
session.
okay.
Alicia, if you can just check your sound. Your presentation is clear. I can see it from my side, unless if you put it on a presentation mode, and let's also see if we can hear you talking to us.
So I see her problem. She can't unmute herself. Can Apelele assist from the LIASA office just to unmute her, because she can't unmute herself. She's still muted.
Morning, colleagues. Anezwa, can you stop sharing and then you can start sharing again? You can share your presentation, not your entire not your entire screen.
Hi, am I audible
Now
now?
you can click on share.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you, but we can't see your screen. Just share. Click on share, and then you can select your presentation.
Is it showing on your side?
You can go to your presentation.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm in my
then you can put it on presentation mode and start. Yes.
So my presentation is showing and I'm audible. Can you confirm, Apelele?
You can hear you from your house, and unless if you go at the bottom there is a slide for me. You can just put any slide for me, or you find the way it appears.
Yeah, I think I'm
Just at the
fine.
bottom. No, if you are fine, okay. If you are fine, let's continue. Just for the voice, there is just a disturbing sound effect, but let's hear how it works.
Okay, morning, colleagues. My name is Anezwa from Eastern Cape. I'm working in the Cape Public Library. I will be co-presenting with Mr. Eleni, Lonwabo Eleni, and our title of the presentation is Innovation Beyond Resources and Budget. And the theme is given by Mr. Mzwandile, Best Practices and Innovative Approaches in Public Library from the Free State Province. And thanks for the host once again for the invite. It is an honor. Moving to our presentation, Cape Public Library is a rural public library that is located in the Sandys River Valley municipality in a citrus town. Our libraries serve a rural community, meaning we have different needs and challenges. Being in a farming and agricultural region means our community, they depend heavily on us for information access, literacy support, digital skills, and opportunities for personal development. Our team consists of one librarian, which is myself, under the Department of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, and two permanent library assistants under the municipality. That means we are operating under the two different administrative structures, Department of Sports, Recreation, Arts and Culture, and the municipality, which is Sandys River Valley Municipality. So as the librarian, I report to the chief librarian in the Sandys River Valley Municipality and the principal librarian at the Sarah Batman District Office. So together we serve our community with limited resources, but we have a limitless passion. Let me move to another slide. From limited means to limitless impact. when people they hear about like public library of the year, they might imagine a modern building full of computers and high-speed Wi-Fi. But our reality is different on our side. We have a small rural municipality, old buildings, low internet, and we have also tight budgets and limited infrastructure. Even though we don't have many resources, we don't give up. We working in a rural area means every improvement takes time and effort. We I was mentioning before that we have an old building. Our internet is so not so fast, and our budget is not budgeting. But these challenges they have made us stronger. They push us to think creatively, and we're depending on the teamwork, partnerships that we created, and the good ideas, obviously, to make things happen. And what we have is stronger the power of partnership, a creativeness, a community, and our excellence is in our people. But despite all this, we have built something amazing, a library that leads innovation, digital inclusion, and the impact. I just want to show you the picture of our library. This is the small library that we have. I did mention the challenges that we have in our library that we're working under, and we don't have the computer lab. We have like little computers. As you can see, our building that I mentioned that is very old and it's cracked. And let me move to another slide. What we have, the strongest thing that we have is the leadership that works with us. So before I can move on, I just want to take a moment to acknowledge someone who has been an incredible source of strength and support to our library, which is our head of libraries, the chief librarian. So every time we come with a new idea, whether it's a small program or it's a big innovation, he never turns us away. He always listens. He encourages us. He helps us find a way to make it happen. And also, what it inspires me even more is that he shows up. Is not just working in the office only. He shows up in person, even when he has so many responsibilities. So to us, that kind of leadership, it gives us like a courage. It tells us that our ideas they matter, like that our work is seen and that we are part of something bigger. So today, I just want to say thank you to our party, not just for leadership. When the leader works with you, even the hardest challenges, they start to feel like it's possible. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the district because they also shows us that they see us, they give us the confidence to keep going, even when we have the resources, even when our resources are limited. So they believe in us. And we move for the program that we did at the beginning of the year, which is World Book Day, making technology accessible, enjoyable, and empowering for all learners. But this year we decided to make it different. We introduced digital reading to learners who had never held a tablet before. So many of our learners in this community, as I said, that we are serving a rural community, they come from homes without internet or these devices, because you might think that everyone has device, but in our case, it's different. So this was the new and exciting experience. They explored ebooks, reading apps, and interactive stories, proving that digital reading can be just as engaging as traditional books. So for us, World Book Day wasn't just about celebrating stories, it was just breaking barriers to access. So we show that even in a small rural library, the technology and literacy can come together to make learning inclusive and fun. So This also helped us to align like with our priorities in our sector, where digital access and reading program are at the heart of transforming libraries into model learning spaces. Let me show you. So this is our learners on the World Book Day. Digital mobile reading, mobile readathon. So for the mobile readathon, we faced the reality that our library didn't have enough resources for all the learners. But rather than letting this stop us, we borrowed the devices from the staff around us. So we partnered with 5 local high schools, and we promoted the digital and technological skills. Learners from Kirkwood High School not only just participated, but they excelled, winning recognition and prizes such as Pick and Pay vouchers. This showed that creativity on our side, that we can overcome the material constraints. So the program also taught us that the digital written skills and the confidence, like proving that rural learners can compete at the provincial and national levels when they are given the opportunities. So, and as the librarians, it is our job to close this digital literacy gap. I just want to show you the schools that we partnered. So we had 5. In fact, we have 5 high schools in our municipality. So we partnered with all of them, but for the final, it's only 4 high schools that could proceed to finals. Those are the schools, and as you can see, we to those schools that they have the children that have their own devices, so we could tell them that they can come and bring those devices, since we don't have resources, we don't have laptops, we don't have anything except that we borrow the tablets. South African Digital Literacy Day. We participated in the first South African Digital Literacy Day, which it was launched sometime last year. So we had no laptops at the library for reaching out to community, obviously. Instead, we collaborated with local schools and used their computer labs, because they do have computer labs in these schools, but the fact that these computer labs, they are underutilized because teachers, obviously, they are busy with their curriculum, they don't have time to teach these kids. So we conducted basic computer skills training, from using a mouse to navigating software, and issued certificates to these learners. For many, it was their first time using a computer, I'm telling you, and it made a tangible difference in building confidence in a digital readiness for these children. So this program, it highlights the importance of using than waiting for new budget or equipment, something that is existing. Like, because of these labs in our rural schools are not utilized. As I've said before, that teachers do not have time to use these computers, and we find out software in these computers are outdated, and kids are not familiar with these computers, although they are made for them, but they are not utilizing them. So as a librarian, we saw the gap that we can fill in. I think, let me just stop there so that my co-presenter can chip in and continue. Let me just try and stop sharing. Aphelele.
Yes, Anezwa.
I'm trying to stop share so that Leonardo can share on his
Yes,
side.
he can share. He can share. You stopped your.
Okay.
Yes. Very.
Let me share on my site. Sorry, colleagues, I'm used to Teams. Quickly. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can see. It's clear.
All right. Thank you very much, colleagues. I believe this year is my year of being ambushed. I've been ambushed by the municipality, I've been ambushed by the funders, and I've been ambushed by the librarian itself. But I'm strong. I'm trying to be strong as much as I can. I'm gonna continue where Anezwa left. I'm going to start with the partnership that we have with the SRVC, which is the Sundays River Valley Collaborative. Yes, can you guys?
Can you just open your computer so you can see
To confirm if it's fully on the screen. Just open it. I think you need to double click it.
Okay.
Just
Let
open it. We'll
just check it. Is it okay?
This is the one titled LIASA webinar.
Is it showing on your side?
The only thing we see is the downloads, and on the downloads we see a LIASA webinar. Where is your presentation? What titled LIASA webinar?
Yeah, that's the one.
Just double click it.
Okay. I don't want to use this one. Just hold on. Is it showing now?
It's coming. We'll confirm. Not yet. Unless what you can do, you can minimize.
I should stop sharing and then let me stop sharing and then try and share again.
Apelele, can I bring you in just for a quick guidance to Lonwabo so that he can flight his presentation?
Screen is loading. I'll see. Lonwabo, can you stop sharing again? You can start by opening your presentation on your laptop. Yes.
All right.
You can stop sharing for now.
Yeah.
Then open your presentation. Then you can click on share. You'll see different application windows.
Okay.
Then you will select the presentation. Do not select the entire screen. So the first option is entire screen, and the second option is application windows. You'll select the correct presentation.
Okay, just hold on. Let's see the share. On my presentation, there's a share button on the top right.
Yes, you will click on the share button and then you'll see different windows. then you will select your presentation once you clicked on share.
Okay.
Can you see the presentation?
It's showing other, because on my side it's showing share, and then after that,
Yes.
there's a OneDrive, which is the municipality. So I'm trying to check normally if I will be able to see the downloads with the presentation. Now it's saying unable to share.
Okay, let's share your screen. Then you can share your entire screen.
All right. Okay, let me. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Honorable.
Okay. Sorry, colleagues, forgive me. I've been trying and trying. Okay. Let me start by the Sandys River Valley citrus, which is the collaborative that we have with the SRVC. We have signed the MOU with the NPC, which is the SRVC. This program is done online by the youth. The learners, they are given tasks, and they have login details, and our side as a libraries, we're going to assist the learners because the program is already at schools. So now it's coming to our side as well. So as libraries, we are responsible to train the learners and the youth, which is the dropouts. There is free e-learning and training programs, and the benefits, the ones who benefits are dropouts, the youth who are interested in the citrus industry. We have high school learners. Those learners are starting from grade 10 up until grade 12. Our role is to provide free access to computers and internet, assist with e-learning registration and mentorship, support skill building for local employment opportunity and empowerment. I think this is one of the partnerships that Inezwa has mentioned. We are struggling. We are struggling in terms of having the digital devices. We recently got now laptops, the drones from the IMC connect together with the SRVC. On the program coming down here, we have a link that we have attached on our presentation, where learners go to the Citrus Academy website, they register there, and then they study online. Our responsibility now as libraries, we have to cater for the learners, since outside the school that they won't have access to these, because they have labs in their schools. So as libraries now, we gonna be able to cater for them as well. We have also attached the technical partner, the IMC, connect with the SRVC Citrus Academy partnership. If you can see, you will see that the learners, we selected 5 learners, 1 per school. They visited their offices in Port Elizabeth to see exactly what is technology. Their objectives is to provide a stable connectivity to rural libraries. We have 3 locations in our sites, which is Ado, Kerkut, and Peterson. They're gonna offer the comprehensive technical support through the technical partner and the Huawei partnership. They're gonna enhance the digital skills and access to technology for young people in the region. Going to the other slide, as you can see here, there was a handover that was done by the funder, the SRVC, and also the IMC SA Connect. If you can see here, we only have 2 schools here that came because some of the schools were writing. Our mayor was present all the day, our chairperson as well, the director, and the learners, which is the beneficiaries. We got 5 laptops. We got 2 all-in-one computers. We got drones. There's a Huawei e-kit because we don't have the connectivity in our library. So now we will be able to connect. Everyone is going to be connected now because some areas we are unable to reach the connectivity. The pilot was done in 2 of the libraries. So the Kerkut library will get 3 laptops and also 1 all-in-one computer. And then the other library, which is the Lungepi April library, will get 2 laptops and 1 all-in-one computer. The recognition and information sharing. It started at the district level, where we've been recognized as the most innovative municipality in outreach and marketing program out of the 7 municipalities within the district. We've been acknowledged for highest ebook circulation across the district. That is the Kerkut library. Honored by LIASA as a community and public Library of the Year. That is the national milestone. I believe we are the first one in the Eastern Cape. The information sharing, regular contributors to LIASA In Touch magazine. Every issue features our library work. I should thank Anezwa because on my side, to be honest, I'm dealing with a lot. HR issues are a problem on my side. So she always comes in and then we work together on these ones. We advocate for information sharing and communication within our municipality to inspire and invite community use. Recently, we featured SABC for our digital literacy and e-learning programs. That is one of the programs now we did the handover of the materials we got from the SRVC. Presenting papers and case studies at LIASA conference and webinars, which is the recent paper we did at LIASA conference. Staying updated on new trends and innovations in LIS sector. Going down, we have attached, as you can see, we were number 3 on the circulation of the ebooks in the Eastern Cape. I've been saying to Ines, well, probably you are the one who's supposed to present this one because you are at the library. I'm not in the library. I don't know how you guys do it. Yes, I do give ideas and all that, but you are the ones who are on the ground. So we have been recognized as one of the libraries who are circulating the ebooks, meaning that our users, we are that digital gap divide. The Kegwood Library has been recognized as one of them, the libraries who are able to reach that gap. And also the recognition, I've also spoke about the innovative municipality on outreach and marketing programs. As you can see the pictures there. And then the award as well that we recently got. We are also on the newspapers. They are seeing us out there. I remember getting calls that I'm seeing you on papers, meaning that as small as we are in this municipality, but we are being recognized somewhere. We started from our municipality. There's a weekly information that is being shared by the communications officer, which is what's up in the valley. As you can see there, the libraries are there. We are being featured in most of the information that is being shared. Also, the other information sharing as well. And then the partnership and collaboration, the foundation of our success. We have the friends of the library. Can you guys still see?
Yes, we can see. You can continue.
Yeah. The friends of the library that are always on our side whenever we need assistance, together with the Sandys River Valley producer farmer. As you can see, colleagues, we always speak about the produce, the citrus. We are in the citrus industry, so most of our sponsors come from the citrus industry. And then the SRVC and the IMCSA Tech, which is their key partners, enabled innovative library services and activities. And the intergovernmental collaboration, which is sharing knowledge and learning from others. The MOB readathon, we didn't just leave it. We tag along with the city of Joburg. We had a successful initiative with the MOB readathon. The schools collaborations, work with schools on the digital, the South African Digital Literacy Program, using their labs to teach learners the digital skills. I think Anezo did mention that, and the Department of Sport, Recreation, Arts and Culture recognize and encourage our work that you guys, we see you there. We've been working and working. We thought they are not seeing anything that we are doing. Probably maybe it's not under their key performance areas, but we have seen that we are being recognized. And then together we achieved the title of Public Community Library of the Year 2025 through meaningful partnership and collaboration. Now, the lessons and takeaways. The innovation thrives despite the challenges. We have so many challenges in our municipality, more especially when it comes to finances. We are always struggling, but that does not stop us from trying to push as much as we can. We're not going to sit in our libraries and do nothing. The partnerships, the impact that we got from the SRVC, from the Friends of the Library, from the forums, they've made a great impact. We are able to do other things that the municipality is unable to assist us. The digital literacy empowers the communities. The lesson that we have seen that the collaboration with schools and the NGOs, local government, and digital organizations, they increase resources and audience reach. And the partnerships bring experts, equipment, and funding that the libraries may not have on their own. Because for us, we never even imagined on buying the drones, but we have drones now. The small interventions can have big outcomes. It's the same with the top one. I remember having a meeting with the funder. Started as if we're gonna pilot just maybe all the libraries. We're gonna bring the maybe one computer, but now we have more laptops. The libraries are essential digital access points. We have seen that many community members rely on the library for internet access, devices, and digital help. Us as public libraries must continue offering free, reliable Wi-Fi, public computers, and device. Probably in the future, we have to lend our patrons these devices because they have to work maybe at home as well. And also the lifelong learning. We have seen that the digital literacy is not a once-off training. It's a lifelong journey. Staying curious ensures people keep up with new tools. And then the importance of one-on-one support. Some patrons often need personalized assistance. For example, opening of an email, typing CV. So our staff require ongoing digital skills development so they can confidently support patrons on a daily basis. And then it improves access to government and social services. We have seen the patrons visit the library to access the services like job portals, the bursary applications, the SASSA forms as well, and educational platforms. So as libraries, we play a critical role in enabling the citizens to benefit from e-government services. The digital skills support workforce development. We have so many job seekers that cannot type or complete an online job application. So as libraries, we should continue offering these the basic computer skills, CV typing, email creation and usage, and online job search guidance. Lastly, the digital literacy requires consistency. Colleagues, as we can see, one workshop or training is not enough. The patrons benefit from repeated structured sessions. Yes, it's true that we did go to the schools, and then after that, what do we do? Do we sit down and say, no, we have done our goal, we're not gonna go back? So we should offer regular digital literacy programs, maybe in a monthly basis. Maybe we have themes so that we are able to stay online. In conclusion, colleagues, we have limited resources. but our mission is unshaken. We may not have enough, but we have countless stories of hope. We may not have perfect building, but we have perfect purpose to serve, to connect, to change lives. Innovation isn't about what's in your building, it's about what's in your heart. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lonwabo. You did such a beautiful presentation together with your co-presenter, May Aneswa. I just hope that you guys remain here. There's going to be a discussion on your presentation that will be facilitated by Mr. Hade. I think we just have to move straight to the other two presenters, but let me bring in Mr. Gamede to give us the bios of the two presenters. Mr. Hade, Gamede.
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you very much. Colleagues, let me introduce our next guest presenter or guest speaker, Mr. Joseph Nkanyane. Mr. Joseph Nkanyane is an electronic resource librarian at the University of Free State with 8 years of experience in the acquisition, collection management, and optimization of digital scholarly resources. His work focuses on ensuring reliable access, evaluating resource usage, supporting research and learning needs, and collaborating with stakeholders to enhance digital resources discovery and user experience. He is a winner of a 2025 LIASA Best Lightning Talk Awards. Thank you very much. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, thank you very much, Mr. Gamede. Let me just check with Mr. Nganyani.
Good day, colleagues. Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Nganyani, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thanks, Chair. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Good morning, colleagues. Let me share my presentation. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, if you can just put it on a slide presentation there on the play from the beginning.
Beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, colleagues. Thanks. Good day, colleagues. I'm just gonna briefly share with you my presentation titled System Change to Service Change. These are lessons we learned from migrating from Sierra to Alma at the University of the Free State. As for disclaimer, this is part of my honors study. I'm doing my honors study with the same title. So I'm gathering more information, and I hope it will be useful to the colleagues in attendance. The rationale behind migration, if you can see, there's a move that is happening in many libraries, whether public or academic library. They need cloud-based integrated library systems. Number two, they also need better user experience and analytics. The third one that I picked up is desire for streamlined and flexible workflows. This is more especially important post-COVID-19. The idea of working from home in the libraries, it became a reality now. Librarians are no longer restricted to work in the library buildings like before. They can work flexibly at home through their laptops and whenever they have access to the internet. With the legacy system, there was a solid departmental processes, everything, many departments were working in isolation, and also duplication of efforts in the department, especially in acquisition. There were duplication of the same activities that were happening. And then legacy system also had its own limited integration across systems. From the experience that we had when we were busy with migration here at UFS, we have learned these key lessons from the process, that migration has to be people-centered process, and an early communication reduces resistance. If you are in the library and you are intending to migrate to a new system, there must be an early communication to all staffs so that it can reduce any resistance to the new system. And ongoing training supports confidence and retention of skills. It is a requirement, this one. There must be ongoing training to all staff members who are affected by the new system that is being introduced in the library. Post-migration, after we have migrated to the new system, some of the things that we have learned is that cross-unit working groups were formed. This brought together librarians from different divisions. They came together and worked on a common goal. And then shared decision-making also improved communication within the library. It helped a lot to break the walls between, for example, acquisition librarians and information librarians. Through migration process, we discovered that librarians from different sections, they can work together to carry out different duties of the library. Staff training sessions encouraged peer learning as well. Here we had librarians who got an opportunity to learn from one another. It was no longer about this section is working on this only. Circulation work only. Information libraries does information library work only. They came together to work together to learn from each other to achieve different goals of the library. Here are some recommendations for other libraries that are considering migration to other systems. It can be migration from Sierra to Alma or whatever integrated library system you may have. These are some of the recommendations that we can make for you, and then you can adopt for successful integration and then migration. You must treat migration as a change management process, and also involve staff early and consistently. And what is most important here, you must document workflows before and after transactions to ensure that you have all the documents that you will need for future reference. My closing remarks is that the real success of system migration is not the software. It is how people, workflows, and communication evolve during the change. This is very important. We can have the software that costs $1 million, but if there are no people or communication that takes place within these people, the software cannot add value to our processes. We need to ensure that communication and people and all workflows within the libraries, they coordinate and they are well aligned to ensure the successful implementation of this software. I think I said at those who were at LIASA that we kiss it. I kissed my presentation, colleagues. Thank you very much.
All right. No, thanks a lot. And I think, Anyani, we really appreciate and all the best with your honors qualification. I hope, during the deliberations, you might get some of the insights, to add more onto your study. And please stay put and engage us further. I think you have heard the presentation from Lonabo and Aniswa. Perhaps, we are into, this, digital transformation, and these are some of the things that will play, a very pivotal role towards that transition. So stay with us and engage further with us. So Mr. Gamede, if you can just introduce the last speaker of the day.
Thank you, Chair. Colleagues, allow me to introduce our last speaker of the day, Ms. Sihle Machona. Sihle Machona is a librarian at the Southie Community Library in the Northwest Province. She holds a bachelor's degree in library and information science, currently pursuing her master's in library and information science at the University of Western Cape. She was awarded as the best paper presenter at the 2025 LIASA conference under the category Practical Experience, Case Study, and Best Practices. Let's welcome Ms. Sihle. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gamede. Ms. Sihle?
Thank you. Thank you, Chairperson. Okay, let me mute myself on the other device. I'm using two devices.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's fine now. Thank you, Chairperson. Greetings, colleagues, and special greetings to my colleagues from the Northwest Province Library Services and my colleague that I'm working with, Tumelo Ernest Mutawang, Papa. Okay, should I start sharing my screen? Can you see?
Yes, you can. Yes, just share. Share. We'll confirm once it's flighted.
Okay, share.
All right, it's coming. We'll just confirm.
Okay. Okay, is it there?
Still loading. I'll just confirm once. Okay, now you are on. It's flighted.
Okay,
We can see.
Thank you. Okay, I am starting now. I haven't touched my presentation from the conference. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see it. If you can just put it on a presentation mode, but if try to move, but we can see everything from the side.
Okay. Okay, from my side, I can't see. Okay, let me talk while it's loading. I haven't touched my presentation since the conference. Reason being is what has been shared here, limited resources. I'm one of those librarians that don't have a laptop, and unfortunately, I'm working from home because my library is out of power till today. Okay, my topic is library innovation as a catalyst for social development. I'm gonna be sharing lessons from the field. My introduction, I'll start that I will be sharing programs and initiatives that we are doing at Southie Community Library in the Northwest Province. I will explore how innovation in library services can amplify social development outcomes, what challenges are commonly encountered, and what lessons other libraries, especially in the villages, can adopt. This is the library, Southie Community Library. Southie Community Library is operated by 2 staff members, myself as a librarian and Tumelo Ernest Mutaung as a library assistant. We have 3 EPWPs at the moment that are working as general workers at the library. And we have 2 people that are doing community services from correctional services. They are working at the library outside. They are working with the outside work at the library. Background. Southey Community Library is situated in Southey Village, serving Ward 7 and Ward 8 of Kagasano Molopo local municipality in the Northwest Province. The library serves 13 surrounding villages, most which are deeply rural and characterized by high unemployment rate, poor infrastructure, and limited access to basic services. There are social issues in the villages, particularly among the youth. Many people in the area struggle with behavioral challenges linked to boredom because maybe they have nothing much to do around, lack of recreational spaces, and limited exposure to positive development programs. Continuing with the background, Southey Community Library plays a unique role and transformative role in this context. This is one and only accessible public space where both children and adults can interact with books, technology, and structured learning programs. Around, there's no other place where people can go and feel free. It's only when you are going to the shops. You can't have anywhere else where you can relax or where you can go when you outside your house and be like, you know what, I just want to refresh. It's only the library at the moment. Okay, on innovation action. I'll start with this picture. When it comes to innovation, as the library, we use whatever that we have to make sure that people make use of the library or get access to the information, to recreation, and for us to be able to run the library smoothly. We don't wait for bigger infrastructure or resources. We just use what we have. As you can see in this picture, that is my computer, and here we were running a holiday program. So I just took my computer and downloaded nursery rhymes, and then I did storytelling, and then we let the kids watch the nursery rhymes from the computer. And next to the computer is a small speaker. So my colleague came with his speaker, and then we were projecting the sound from the computer to the speaker. And then on some days, the library, it becomes too full. And then we just play outside with the kids and give the kids that have, let's say, homeworks space inside the library, and then play with the others outside. Excuse me. One of our programs that we are running at the library. Okay, I didn't mention that our library is 2 years old. It's a new library. We have digital literacy program. Our digital literacy program runs for 3 days. So the digital literacy program is to address digital literacy. So the community library designed a small group of literacy program where on the first day we focus on Microsoft Office basics. We teach participants how to type documents and save files. On day 2, we introduce internet navigation, including setting up email, how to download, how to browse on the internet safely, also how to do online shopping. Online shopping doesn't particularly means online shopping. Let's say you are buying things from a shop online, even showing them how to access a catalog online, so that when they go to the shops, they make informed decision on what they can buy, especially in the villages like these ones where they pay a lot of money to go to town. And in town, you know that it's only 1 or 2 shops that are there. So they can just access the catalog online. And then when they go, they know what to buy and what not to buy. And especially when you know their source of income, because this side, we know their source of income and we know the dates of them going to town. So teaching them how to access the catalog can save them time and make them use their money wisely. Okay, here is a picture of our digital literacy program. It was with the early center principals, like crashes. Our program number 2 is job readiness and youth employment support program. Okay, unemployment is one of the biggest barriers to social development in our villages. Let me make an example. When the library was still new, before it opened, it was busy, so I couldn't tell that time. Oh, we had 3 EPWPs even during that time, so I couldn't tell who's working there and who's not working there. And I was still new. I wasn't familiar with the faces and even the names, even of the people that I was working with. It took me time to memorize their names. Okay, after the library was open, then that's when I knew that, okay, this is who and this is who. This other day, this guy who was working outside as a groundsman, he was a PWP. He's working with his friend, and then I'm telling him that, okay, your friend needs to go. You are at work here. It's more like you are at Rustenburg. Take it as if like you are in Rustenburg at the mines. And then he told me that no, actually he's working with me. He's the one who's employed, but the friend is working with him so that they can share the salary. That's how bad unemployment is this side. So in 2024, we had a program of helping youth to apply for Jumpstart, which is by Mr. Price Foundation. So from the program of Jumpstart that we had on during the youth month, 8 of our local youth were accepted and placed in retail stores in Vryburg, including Shift Street, Middle East, and Mr. Price Clothing. These are the certificates that they got after. We just helped them with applications, and this is what they came to show us at the library, that they got certificates and what they did on day 1, day 2, just that it can show properly. Program number 3, it's school partnerships. South Community Library has made schools a priority partner because strengthening the culture of reading and learning start with schools. We have in this village that we are situated in, which is South Village, we have Kakanyo and Khononyane Secondary School. Kakanyo is primary school, so we helped to revive and set up a school library at Kakanyo Primary School. They do have a school library. That school library was used as a storeroom, and last year when we were voting, they were using the library as a voting station. So we helped them to revive the library. Now the library is, the books are on the shelves. There are shelves, the books are on the shelves. And then we help them to drop everything and read period. There's drop everything and read period on Wednesdays. We do go and help them to revive that period. And the aim is for the school to employ someone under the SGB program. Is it called SGB Post? Someone who will be working at the library will work hand in hand with the person if the school does adopt that idea. And at Hononyana Secondary School, our partnership took a creative and a social angle. During the Valentine's Day, we hosted Mr. and Miss Hononyana, but with a literacy twist. The contestant had a blind date with a book. Each contestant had to read a book and then fill up the book review sheet, because you can't be Mr. or Miss Hononyane, whereas you can't even read. Also, Hononyane Secondary School faced a serious challenge with boys engaging in territorial fights. You know, these fights where boys be like, you can't come to our village, this is our village, you will go to your village. They had those fights here, and they were doing them inside school premises. They would fight others from other village. And then at the library, we decided to intervene. At first, we had an anti-bullying program, but it didn't give us the results that we wanted. And then we decided to have a boys dialogue program where we invited SAPS, Tusano Trauma and Counseling Center, and the Department of Social Development. Also, our local leaders, the chiefs were there, the councillors were there, both from Ward 7 and Ward 8. At least the approach calmed the tension and showed the boys that they are adults invested in their well-being. Okay, this is the first picture where there are school kids wearing school uniform. It's during the drop everything and read period at the school. It's inside the library. That is the school library. And then the second picture is Mr. and Miss Hononyane. That is my colleague with the red t-shirt, and behind him it's my colleague also. Yeah, EPWP, and these our couches from the library and our books. Okay, here in this picture it's our boys dialogue program. You can see there. That guy standing there is our station commander from our municipality. Yes. Okay. Collaboration with NGOs, stakeholders, and local organizations. That is the fifth and the last program that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Innovation also lies in how we bring services closer to the people. Working with Khokojane Clinic, we established the library as an external medicine pickup point for the elderly and people living with disabilities. At the library, we have 24 cabinets in total, so dedicated to support the service of external medicine pickup point. This idea came after there was a funeral here in the village each and every weekend. And when I asked the chief, why is there a funeral every weekend? He said that it's pensioners, and they don't want to go to collect medications because the clinics are far. And it's something that people have been talking about. I remember, okay, this side there's a program that is run by the premier where they go to the villages. It's called Tunsa Lirole, and present their services. I remember the chief at Dinonyane, when he was making his speech, he cried a lot about the lack of health facilities around, and yeah, that is one of the biggest problems. So for us to be able to run this program, the pharmacist from Bokojane Clinic came to the library and conducted a pre-qualification assessment and saw as the site for medicine pickup point. It passed successfully, and the idea is that one key will be with the pharmacist, and she will go to the library and deposit the medications, and then one will be with the beneficiary, which is the person who has to go to the library and collect the medication. Children that are under 18 years are not allowed to go and collect the medication. And for them to be able to collect the medication, whoever that is going to collect the medication needs to go with ID to the library, and the register is with me. So they will sign the register and get the medication from the cabinets. Okay, and the other one, it's recognizing that distance prevents many villages from accessing the library. We initiated a mobile outreach partnership with taxi drivers from surrounding villages, particularly Madinonyane village. So a taxi during the social grant time, it comes to the library and go with one of us to town. Our town is 100 kilometers away. So to go to town, it takes time. So we take easy read books and they read in the taxi, and then we tell them about library services so that they can know that there is a library that is existing, because they are far from the library, and the library is catering for them too. And okay, another thing that I want to share with you, it's the challenges and lessons. Lessons learned from these programs is that libraries must listen to local needs and create programs that directly improves lives. Focusing on few and manageable group of people for certain programs allows personalized attention and better outcome. Innovation doesn't always acquire budget, e.g. mobile outreach via public transport doesn't acquire any budget. Partnership multiply impact. For example, collaboration can extend services. Coming to this point that says partnership multiply impacts, I think I forgot to mention during our Mandela month, also we made it the same thing, and the youth and it was for youth anyways. We received funding from EMS tutoring company. Is based in the Northern Cape. They came to the library and said that it was their first time hearing about library services. They heard about library services. It was after I helped to update WhatsApp of one of the community members. Okay, it's okay. This side, even updating WhatsApp, they used to pay for that. So when the library came, for everything they go to the library. Even updating WhatsApp, it's a huge thing. So they shared with their colleague from Northern Cape, and their colleague was like, "Yo, it's our first time hearing about this." And then they asked how can they help the library, and then we came with the idea of they can help us print for free, for print and photocopy free for people who are applying for jobs during the youth month. So they did that. They told us that the limit is 900. So we do a register, and then we copy and print out for free for people who are looking for jobs. And they know during Youth Month, for 2 weeks, they print for free at the library. Yes, and from the lesson that says libraries must listen to local needs and create programs that directly improves lives. For my APP programs for next year, for Read Aloud Day, I'll be hosting a mother and daughter bonding session. So what I'll do, I'll invite children from the creches with their parents. I'll talk with the lady from creche that with their parents. On that day, they will go to the library. I'll teach them how to read to their children. That is read aloud again. And then from there, okay, for me to come up with that idea of having a bonding session of mother and daughter, it came after one of the users at the library was sharing with me that, you know, my daughter tried to commit suicide because she feels like she's the mother to her little sister because I don't stay with them. I'm working. So I don't know if I should stop working. So I was like, yeah, okay, let me do a mother and daughter bonding session just to help. Okay, I'm coming to an end. Lessons learned. Okay, this is the continuation. Libraries can serve multiple community roles. Libraries can be educational hubs, employment support centers, health access point, and safe spaces, especially in rural settings. As a librarian or as a library staff, stay people-centered, engage with the public to get a gist of what is going on in the community or communities that you are serving. Okay, what are my challenges? Okay, but I know them by heart. I can't find my challenges. Okay, one of the challenges that I'm facing or that we are facing at our library, it has to be limited resources. Power outage and also network that is not stable. Our network is not stable at all this site. Yes, just that. In conclusion, South Community Libraries stand as a testament to the transformative power of libraries. When we meet people where they are, we listen to their needs and empower them with knowledge. Libraries can spark lasting social change. This is an innovation for all public libraries to rethink their role, not just as a custodian of books, but as agents of social development, inclusion, and community empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sikhe. That was a very beautiful presentation. I think you touched some of the most important factors in your presentation that I picked up, and I believe that during the discussion, colleagues will raise them up. I think one of those that I picked up was the issue of the medicine pickup point. You did also speak about the partnerships with the schools, like you have got in the schools now, these people called the region champions. Now the Southie Library is doing very well in that regard. So I'm not going to waste any more time, but I think all the four presenters that have presented, their presentations speak to one thing. I mean, you look at Joseph, he spoke about the system migration, and I looked at your presentation now. You were saying now you have got a collaboration with the school. I mean, with the people living with disability, those that are old, they do get their medications at the pickup point there. And there was another presentation from Lonwabo as well as Aneswa. They spoke about the Mobility-a-thon and the issues, the challenges are there. I think from the other colleagues will also hear how to go about mitigating those challenges. Let me bring in Mr. Khadebe to chair the session of the discussion and the Q&A session. I want to encourage everyone in attendance today that let's engage. There is no little contribution. Whatever that you say to us here today might help another community somewhere to do the implementation. So it is very important that we do engage each other and let's build a better communities. Mr. Khadebe?
Yes, and Dr. Rasasemola, I'm here. I just want to say thank you very much from our presenters. What a very insightful and mostly practical examples that were shared and the experiences that were shared among the presenters. So I would like to invite colleagues to ask our presenters any question or compliment or maybe share a remark that you feel that maybe we need to know about it. I just want to indicate that, colleagues, it's important for us to have such sessions because you can see what other libraries and other institutional libraries are doing. And I don't want to lie, librarianship has taken a huge shift. And if we don't shift together, we will have a problem. So I would like to acknowledge in attendance our LIS lecturer. I see Dr. Ledwaba is with us. I'll also acknowledge National Chairperson of Public and Community Libraries, Ms. Shanita Bim is with us. Thank you for that. And I see a lot of undergraduates from the LIS sector. I know a lot of them are led by Lindani, and thank you for you colleagues for forming part. Very soon we will make sure that you form part of us and we're having the same discussions. So at this point in time, I don't see any hands. Anyone who would like to say anything or ask our presenters questions, because we have to ask our presenters questions or clarity. But while I'm waiting for hands, I just want to point out something that was presented by Alicia and Lonwabo, that I don't want to lie, colleagues in your region, you are doing great. And I'm stunned by how you actually go about the issue of partnership and collaboration. I think maybe we can have a second session from this one, where we can talk about partnership and collaborations, because I believe public libraries, with the issue of lack of resources, lack of funding, and other resources that we need in order for us to achieve our goals, we need to now look into public and private sector partnership and collaboration. But I would like to hear from you, Lonwabo, in terms of how then do you go about, forming these relations and with partnership and ensuring that even though you have limited resources, but your library has programs that either are funded or not funded by. Lonwabo?
Thank you very much, Mzwandile. Let me start by saying, as us as a public sector, we're not allowed to go out and ask for funding. So having the Friends of the Library, because they get funds from there's a Sandys River Valley citrus company. So they get funds from there. They have a committee that sits to discuss what are the needs of the library. We are also featured as well. There's one library on our side that is full of books and new books. Because the initiative started in one of the libraries here in the valley, and then they made a decision that they should also cater for all the libraries in the valley. So since we do not have rights to go out and ask for funding, we go through them and pitch the ideas. Luckily, there's a funding that they are getting already, but we are not stopping on relying only on one funder. If you have listened, there's the SRVC collaborative, it's an NPC. Those ones, they get the funding from the international partners. They go out and source for funding. I think they get ones also from Sweden and Netherlands as well, because they have I don't know how many years now that because the municipality normally goes in Sweden and then comes back, and then they also comes this side. So they go out and source for funding everywhere they can. But even on our side, it does not limit us to check where we can get the funding, because recently on our side, there's a wind farm that I've seen. I know the guys, there's a lot of money in those the turbines, those wind farms, but I can't go there. So I have a strategy of trying to get anyone, because there is a friend of mine who works, but in some other areas in those wind farmers. But then I have to speak to the friends of the library or the NGO itself to source funds from the wind farm. So that's how it is. And then it is very important to make sure that there is an MOU that is signed. For example, the one that we're having is going to be 3 years. So if if these programs this program works for them, then they're gonna extend the contract. So that's how it is on our side. I don't know if it is clear.
Yes, I think you have made a very valid point, because I want to emphasize that point to say public libraries alone, we cannot continue as business as usual, because in order for us to thrive, we need to form this partnership. And you have mentioned one single point that I take home, that public libraries must have friends of the library in order for us, to use those friends, to source funding. I think that is quite a great initiative. So I see on my chat, okay, I see there's a hand. Let me see who's Rasamola, please come in.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Hadebe. I think first I just want to check with Mr. Noloabo. I think he he said something on the Citrus Academy courses, and I looked into those courses. They are at the fee. Do they have anything that is offered for free? If they don't have, I saw there was something like a bursary. Did they ever offered any person in your community such a bursary? And then the second one goes to CITLE. Now, CITLE did mention something about 2 persons from correctional services. I want to believe that those are either the ex-offenders or either the inmate, on rehabilitation. Now, how did they strike the relationship? Maybe if you can just explain to us, maybe we might also, perhaps want to get similar services. Just want to check their working relations. How did they establish that kind of relationship? And okay, I think he also did raise something about the issue of partnership. That really touched me a lot, because when education introduced these things of, the teacher assistant, they brought even the IT assistant, the lab assistant. They also brought what you call the reading champions. Those you will find them is another category of this influx of employees that they brought in. Just want to check with them what is their working relations so far. How do they how do they work, and what are their challenges that they encounter? And there was another question. There was another thing that was mentioned earlier with regard to an official. I think this was coming from Aneswa. She said something that she's a librarian and she has got about 2 library assistants that are employed by the municipality. And then Aneswa is working for the Department of Sports, right? So I just want to check because, Mr. Hadebe, prior, to Free State, applying Schedule 5 of the Constitution by professionalizing the library, there were some of the issues that, you would uncover, with regard to the issue of, poor interpersonal relations amongst staff employed by the municipality and those employed by the Department of Sports. But this was not happening, in all the libraries. You'll find some pockets of problems there and there. I want to check with Aneso there to say, look, how is their working relations? Do they have disputes? And if they do have, how do they resolve those disputes? Thanks.
Okay, Lonwabo, go ahead.
All right, Zandil. Coming for the Citrus Academy, the Citrus Academy has a partnership with the Sundays River Valley Collaborative. Remember, this started at the Citrus Secondary Program, so it is already in schools. It is free because it's already in schools. It's being paid by the partners. So it's a partnership that they have with the Citrus Secondary Program. So they provide content. The learners are not paying anything on that. But I believe it is still here in the valley for now because it started at the schools now.
We're going to dive into this because
sorry.
Sorry. No, continue. We lost you. I thought you were done, but we lost you. Continue.
Oh no, I was saying it's a Citrus Secondary Program that started in high schools. Now they are taking out to the libraries for the learners as well to do their assignments outside the school. So it is free because it is the partnership that they have with the Citrus Secondary Program. And then for the bursaries, our municipality, I've sent the bursaries as well. It is mostly for the learners here in the valley, because even us, we are also new in this, because we just got the yesterday MOA was signed earlier, but now we still have to get into the program as well as libraries and see how is it gonna work, because we have asked now, because you are bringing it to the libraries, how are we going to know these ones are students who are registered, of which they have their own logins? So it's going to be easy for us to be able to know who are students and who are not, and who are the ones who are registered as well. So it is free in our schools. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I think we will have a separate session where we talk about libraries, partnership and collaboration, because we really need to dive into that so that we can help each other on how to navigate that. Let me go to our second presenter, Joseph. Joseph, you spoke about migration, and now the difficult part that libraries are facing is that there is artificial intelligence that we we see ourselves that we have to climatize with and adopt. And libraries, as much as we were moving from manual, now we thought we are in digital. We are getting into digital, especially in the public sector. Now there's cloud computing that is introduced into the LIS sector. So can you please maybe just share a remark with all these changes that are happening and what you have observed since working at the UOF's campus in Bloemfontein?
Thank you, Mzandile. Yeah, with the cloud-based integrated library system now, it is able to be aligned with artificial intelligence. Most of them now, they have artificial intelligence as a component in them. Like, for example, now we have ALMA here at the UFS, and it comes with an artificial intelligence component with it. So it makes life easy for the librarians as well.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah,
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine.
So like, just to add, with this Alma that we have, as long as you have a link, you have a library on your laptop. It's no more, you don't have to go and to ICT and install an app and do something. It's just a link, then you have the whole library on your laptop.
Okay. No, thank you very much. There's quite a lot we need to explore on that idea. I think I will invite you again, maybe to dive deeper. Let me go to our third speaker, Sihle. Sihle, out of your presentation, the only sad thing that I had, which is a challenge which you shared with us, is the issue that you are working from home and your library is closed. I just want to check with you, beside the electricity, is there anything that is hindering you to work in the library apart from electricity? Or it was an instruction from above to say the library must close?
Okay, so let me close here the mic. Okay, the other issue is the issue of water. We don't have water since we pump water at the library, so we don't have water even for the bathrooms and for ourselves. We only go on Mondays to clean, and also for those who are borrowing books to bring back the books that they borrowed and for them to borrow again. And then after that we close, because for us to open they will need to use the restrooms, and there is no water for the restrooms at all. So it's the issue of water and the issue of electricity. It's partially closed. So I just say it's closed. And to answer the second question, the first question that was asked about the relationship between the correctional services and the library. Yes, it's the ex-offenders. The people that we have at the library are ex-offenders. Unfortunately, this side, we didn't have to approach the correctional services. It's them who approached the library, because this side, we don't have public service facilities. The library is the second library service facility that came after the clinic. So it's the clinic and the libraries and the schools. So I think they had to choose between the clinic and the library. So we have to, I'm not sure if the clinic does have some ex-offenders. Thank you.
No, thank you very much for that insight. Yeah, those are colleagues. I think you can share all these challenges. All of us, we have them, and we thrive irrespectively, and that's what we need to be doing. And I just want to also share that we really appreciate such sessions when they are attended by directors and managers. I see Mejinet is here. I see Miss Lindy just left now. I just saw on the chats. It's quite really appealing. I just want to go to the chats and try to read a few chats. Okay, I see. No, Law says, well done, Mr. J. I see Kwaita. I love the boys dialogue program. Well done. Kwaita, again, well done to you and your team, Sihle, and bringing service closer to the people. And I think what she's saying is the fact that at some point I had a conversation with Sihle. And when we had a session that was hosted by COJ under the leadership of Lindani, was that Sihle had some of the library users coming into her house, to her space, and joining the session because the session was online job seeking, and having those learners, those young graduates to listen to the session. It's quite rare from a librarian to get that, but there are librarians that are doing such a great job. And then quickly, I think Dauda says, thank you for the support of the community with regards to a clinical community librarian. I think that is a great initiative that Sihle shared. Go Sihle, my former colleague, I think is Twaita, and Twaita came back again and said, well done to Greg Wood Library on the great work you are doing, irrespective of the challenges you are faced with. Your collaboration with stakeholders are commendable. That's what I said about that. That's quite important for us to make that. And then Lindani also came in and said, my favorite librarian, Sihle. Paul came in, impressive work, Sihle. And Twaita came back again. I have to move to another meeting. Okay, this is just informing us. And then let me go a little bit further down. There's Lindy says, please excuse me, a very interesting session. So good to hear about all the good work being done in the public libraries. Thank you for that. And then Julius is experiencing some technical issues. And then Shanita, our our national chair, says, greetings, colleagues, an incredible, exciting session. Congratulations and well done to our public librarians who are doing such innovative and incredible work. Please share your stories on LIASA In Touch magazine. You have a right to showcase those programs. I think that is quite an important thing, colleagues, that we share the stories. In closing, the issue of funding and lack of resources that libraries we are facing, and I will make a hypothesis to say it is mainly because of colleagues. We are not making noise as public librarians. We are not making noise. You know, if you can be in an academic space where Mr. Joseph is, every program that they take part in, it gets captured and it gets be written about. I understand that part because in public libraries we do not have a media office that can take all these photos and activities that are taking place. But we need to do it as librarians in order for us to show that uh, it is important contributions that impact the community positively, and also capture those moments and write those articles, submit to the local newspapers, submit to the management, submit to LIASA and to the government newsletters, so that we start making noise, that our principals start hearing about libraries. And I believe that if we can do that, we will start getting more funding, because the issue is that we are quiet as librarians in our own space. We are crying along with the users. So then the minute we cry, the users are crying, we are also crying, but we are not sharing the other side part of it, which is good work. So it's important for us to go out there and share. So before I close, I saw a chat from Kize. Let me just read it out loud. Before I go to Mkize, there's Jeanette. Jeanette, I feel so motivated by Sihle's presentation. And then I see Naledi, a very insightful and motivational session indeed. Thank you for all our presenters. I am inspired by how you are working with limited resources to produce limitless opportunities and impactful stories for your community. This is exactly what I was saying, colleagues. All the activities that we do, we need to write about them. We need to publish them. We need to tell the world about them. That is how we're going to thrive as public libraries. Mkize says, before closing, Chair, I want to make a few remarks and I have a question. Okay, Mkize, please let me allow Mkize before I allow Mkize, let me read the last one. My voice is not okay. I have flu. Our libraries are doing great as innovative hubs. Keep it up, colleagues. Let us move with the shift and bridge the gap in the information in our community. Mkize, please come in. Mkize?
Thank you, Chair. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Greetings, colleagues. I just wanted to commend the presenters today. I picked up a very powerful statements. One being from the first presenters that says limited resources but limitless passion. I think that is something that we should take home as public and community library services librarians, because really we are one sector that is really underfunded, and such a statement should actually uplift our spirits in our all corners of the country as public and community library services. I have a quick question for I think it was done on the same presentation as the first presenters about Citrus Academy. I'm not sure of which courses they are offering, but when I listened, he spoke about dropouts, youth interests, and high school learners. I just wanted to check, how do they measure impact or success stories on that program? Because that's one key thing that I'm interested in for us as public and community libraries, to say we are offering these courses for free, but then how do we measure impact and say, out of this group of, let's say, 100 participants in our program, how far are they in terms of progression based on what we have provided to them? What is it that has come out as a positive, rather than just receiving a certificate? Is there any progression? How far are they in their life? Because I remember there's a point that was made by the last presenter, that we as public libraries, we should become agents of social development, and that speaks to socio-economic issues as well. So having such a program provided by Citrus, how do they measure that this is the impact that we have made by offering programs to dropouts, to high school learners, and the community at large? Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Lonwabo and Alicia?
Hi, Angela. Okay. To answer that, the program that we adopted as the library is the free course, né? And it is only for local youth, because as much as we are in Citrus Town, but people who are working and specializing in these fields, like your quality assurance, food technology, they are outsourced from other towns, from other provinces. So the aim of this program is to make them, like, to make the local youth to venture in these spaces. So we are yet to measure the impact, not yet. So hence I'm saying we have adopted this program from schools that's already existing. Yeah, it's that. Also, I didn't answer Untatirasi. she was asking about the administrative that we are working under the district and the municipality. How are the challenges? I do not want to lie. There were challenges because sorry.
Okay, thank you.
I was responding to someone. I do
Oh,
not
okay.
want to lie, there was challenges before, but I could not feel it because immediately after I was hired, Ulonabo was hired as the chief of the librarian within the municipality, and he was coming from the district as well, and he knew the struggle, how we are undermined, how we get to be excluded. So he tried, or let me say, he's still trying to overcome that challenge. So we still have the challenge. Yeah, done.
Okay. No, thank you. Lonwabo, you want to add?
I think Anezwa ate it all. I've got nothing to add on that one because it truly came from the schools. Yeah, so there's nothing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, colleagues. Let me take this opportunity. I think we have reached the end of our session. This was an insightful session. And before maybe I can close, Chairperson.
Yes, Mr. Khadebe?
Yes, is it okay to continue?
Yeah, you can continue, but also, Chair, the provincial chair, of course. We need also to send gratitude to Umdimande Kamdladla Aphelele. You know, he's always there, and colleagues that are in attendance today, you know, they would have papers that they need to, you know, they want to present. They should not, you know, shy away. There is a lot of assistance in this platform, and we are not judging, but we listen. And we really appreciate the team of the National LIASA for always being there and assisting where required. So I'm going to hand it over back to you, Mr. Khadebe, also to do the closure. Over to you.
Yes, Mr. Elias, please fly the poster again so that colleagues, they can get the email. You know, whenever anyone is interested in presenting something, we are available to share the platform with you and be in contact. Oh, I think it's not on this one. Maybe it's on the next one. Can you fly the other one? We have, just in closing, we have another session this coming Friday. So the session, I just want to quickly just read out the theme before I close. The session, for the theme of that session, let me just open it. Let me just open it. Okay. Okay. And are you flying it?
It's on another device. I'm just using a tablet now, so I'm trying to check how best can I do it. You can do it from your side.
No, it's okay. Colleagues, you can go to the LIASA website. It's on the calendar. It's already being listed. So the event is happening on the 21st of this month, which is November, and it's mainly going to be focusing on the empowering librarians through information literacy and artificial intelligence tool that will assist our librarians in this modern world. We have speakers from I think it's Gauteng and Cape Town. Yeah, there it is. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Pala and Ms. Twaita that will be giving us a presentation. I will be chairing that session on that day. And also what I will be doing on my side as well as a public librarian, I'll be coming with that perspective where we are and how we should get there. So I'm going to come up with that perspective. So please go to the LIASA website and register to attend the session. Yeah, so in closing, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate, our speakers for availing themselves. Whenever we try to reach out to librarians that are doing well, we normally will struggle to identify them. But because of we attend sessions, we attend a LIASA conference where we network, this is how we get to meet each other. And I would like to say that it's quite important, colleagues, that we network with each other. LIS is it's a very, very small sector that we need to know each other. And this is how we get to learn from each other and network and collaborate in such cases. Thank you very much to our speakers, Lonwabo, Alicia, Mr. Joseph, and Sihle, for your brilliant presentation. Thank you very much to all those who made time to attend. We know that you have a busy schedule, but you made time, to come to the session to learn a thing or two. Feel free to contact us at any time. Contact the presenters, for further engagement and insights. It's quite an important thing to do, colleagues. Let us also remember, colleagues, that we are employed in the due diligence in order for that. So I would like to say, enjoy your day and have a productive week. And thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Apelele.